Welcome back to our third and final session in this module looking at delegation. So far we've covered 8 of 10 steps in how to delegate. Number 1, to clearly define the task, role or responsibility we need to delegate. Number 2, select the right person for the right task, role or responsibility. Number 3, define the borders of authority and responsibility. Number 4, conduct a thorough briefing. Number 5, delegate appropriate authority. Number 6, allow the person to carry out their role within the parameters of the task. Number 7, appraisal and accountability. And number 8, communicate to the appropriate people. Let's conclude. Number 9, personal development. A 9th step in delegation is to maximize the delegate's potential in leadership through personal development. There are many ways that we can do so. Mentoring, either doing so personally or facilitating a suitable and experienced person for them. Sending them to attend specific targeted conferences. Provide reading material or clips to watch that are relevant for the development of their life and/or leadership. Provide training for the whole team on key topics. Encourage them to do formal Bible study or ministry training. Provide them with opportunities to exercise their ministry and provide feedback. And provide fresh and stretching challenges. Elaborating on this last suggestion, challenges, J. Oswald Sanders wrote that because of Paul's aspirations for Timothy and his desire for him to fully grow into a man of God, Paul did not spare him experiences or shelter him from hardships that would toughen his fiber and impart virility. He did not hesitate to assign to him tasks beyond his power. How else could a young man or woman develop a greater capacity than by tackling tasks which extend him or her to the utmost? Similarly, a team leader should not be afraid to stretch the delegate. This shouldn't be done without adequate training and preparation, but neither should a team leader hold back because the delegate may feel insecure or out of their depth. The key principle in this point is the need to develop the delegate. Number 10, model delegation so the delegate knows how to delegate to others. A 10th and final step in the process of delegation is to delegate in such a way that those to whom we delegate are empowered to do so to others. And here is a synopsis of the 6 stages of the delegation cycle. A, the directing phase. I'll do it, you watch, and we talk. B, the participating phase. I'll do it, you help, we talk. C, the coaching phase. You do it, I'll watch, we talk. D, supporting phase. You do it, I'll help, and we talk. E, the releasing phase. You do it, tell me what you've done and how you went. And then F, the delegating phase. Do it. To this, I would add a 7th stage. G, reproducing phase. You do it, and someone else will watch and repeat the cycle. Team leaders need to delegate effectively so the delegate knows how to delegate to others. J. Oswald Sanders suggests that a leader who is successful in getting things done through others is exercising the highest type of leadership. And finally, here are some concluding thoughts on delegation. Most leaders get it wrong the first time and make mistakes along the way. In all probability, the people we delegate to will make mistakes as they learn their roles. This is part of the learning process. If, however, we follow the steps to delegate more rigorously, implement skills development training, conduct a thorough briefing, and clearly communicate, we are more likely to avoid repeating mistakes. Most leaders don't get delegation right the first time, and here are some common mistakes. Choosing the wrong person for the wrong task. Delegate too much or delegate too little. Over-supervise or under-supervise. Too hands-on or too hands-off. Delegate responsibility, but don't delegate authority. Don't adequately train the delegate. Don't communicate effectively. Similarly, most delegates don't get their task or role right the first time because they probably make one or some of the following mistakes. Too timid or too brash. Too afraid or proud to ask for help. Don't know or understand what is required. Don't know how to carry out the task, so don't tend to do anything. Don't know how to relate well to people or become paralyzed by mistakes. But treat any foul up as a learning experience. An effective way to develop people is to let them make mistakes on their own. If the consequences aren't too great, watch them do it wrong the first time so that they'll appreciate the right way to do it the next time. If they foul up, and they probably will, don't punish them, otherwise it may undermine their confidence and they'll be less likely to take risks in the future. Instead, talk it through with them as a learning experience. Maybe discuss the following questions with them. Did you understand the task or role clearly? What did you do right? What did you do wrong? What would you do differently next time? What lessons have you learned about yourself and your leadership? How will this make you a better leader? Do you feel you need further training in any area? And how can I, as team leader, have helped you further? Always conclude any discussion by affirming your confidence in them to do the task or role. Conversely, always affirm positive actions and successes so that your communication is not just centered on mistakes. Delegation is an investment of time. Some leaders refuse to delegate because they reason along the following lines. If I want to get the job done properly, I need to do it myself. I'm too busy to delegate. The process takes too long. It's quicker to do it myself than to explain it to somebody else. I don't want to impose on other people. And if we reason along those lines, we will hinder the development of our leaders. The truth is that delegation won't initially be a productive use of time, but in the long run, it is designed to save time. Delegation requires an intentional investment of time because it takes time to develop people. It takes time to foster someone's strengths, skills, and gifts. It takes time to trust people and for them to trust us. It takes time for people to grow into a role. It takes time for people to work together harmoniously and productively. Delegation is one of the greatest investments of time that we can make because it develops people, empowers people, mobilizes people, and multiplies our ministry effectiveness. Therefore, my encouragement is to start now. Delegation requires the intentional planning and allocation of time and to empower others, and the best time to start the process is now. Well, that's the end of our three-part look at delegation. I hope you found it practical and helpful. There are many more modules to come in this series. See you again, and God bless.